A thrilling expedition. Two explorers began their expedition earlier this month to try to cross Antarctica on their own without any support. Colin O'Brady is a seasoned athlete who has a world record in climbing the top of the highest peaks in all 7 continents in just 132 days, while Lewis Rudd decided to make this expedition to honor his friend who taught him about polar exploration. The New York Times reports Colin O'Brady and Lewis Rudd began their journey on the Roan ice shelf, which is 600 feet thick, in Antarctica, and plan to finish on Ross ice shelf, taking around 2 months. According to Gear Junkie, they could be skiing up to 12 hours a day in winds of up to 100 miles per hour. To make their trip, the two men had to carry equipment such as sleeping bags that can withstand temperatures of negative 40 degrees Fahrenheit, portable solar panels, cross-country skis, satellite phones, and a GPS tracker, among other things. During their expedition, they will have to carry Nordic sleds called pulks with them, along with food, cooking fuel, camping gear, and skis covered with synthetic skin for better traction. According to reports, the only person who has successfully completed a solo journey on Antarctica is Felicity Aston, who went on a 1,084-mile solo journey from the Ross Ice Shelf to the Roan Ice Shelf on Antarctica and received a Guinness World Record. Here are more stories related to our amazing planet. What a massive comet discovery! Scientists have found evidence that a huge event thousands of years ago may have caused a climate shift that greatly affected the evolution of life on Earth. According to a new study, fragments of a large disintegrating comet struck Earth and triggered a massive firestorm some 12,800 years ago. The fires produced thick clouds of smoke and dust that covered the sky and cut off sunlight, causing the climate to cool rapidly and triggering a mini ice age. The cold climate lasted for 1,000 years, killing off plants and many large animal species and causing human populations to decline. Researchers came up with the impact theory after examining samples from sites around the world with chemical signatures indicating that 10% of the land surface was on fire. Analysis of pollen levels also suggests that pine forests had burned off and had been replaced by poplar trees, a species that grows in barren ground. The theory is thought to be the trigger event for the Younger Dryas period, a climate anomaly which saw gradual warming suddenly reverse.
This asteroid will come closer to Earth than the Moon. NASA says a massive space rock will come close to Earth in October, but no need to roll out the welcome mat, it's just passing by. Asteroid 2012 TC4 is on a trajectory to fly close to Earth on Thursday, October 12th. On that day, according to Space.com, the space rock will be around 27,000 miles from Earth. That's 8 times closer to the planet than the Moon. Astronomers are looking forward to investigating asteroid 2012 TC4 because it has roughly the same proportions as the one that hit a Russian town in 2013. And while that event may look spectacular from afar, it also injured close to 1,500 people and damaged some 7,200 buildings. Scary, right?
You wouldn't want to miss this. Newsweek reports that Mars will appear bigger and brighter from Earth in the next few weeks. Next month, Mars will be the closest it has been to Earth in the past 15 years. The planet will be 35.8 million miles from Earth. It reportedly takes twice the amount of time for Mars, around 687 days, to orbit the Sun than it does for Earth. NASA reports that Mars will be in opposition at the same time. This means Mars and the Sun will appear on opposite sides of Earth. Mars will be visible to the naked eye, looking like a bright orange star. Mars will reportedly appear 5 times brighter than usual, and spectators will be able to view the planet in the evening sky, which will appear increasingly dimmer as Earth moves away from Mars. Astronomer Dean Regas told Newsweek that most of the world, except Alaska, northern Canada, Greenland, and Iceland, will be able to view the phenomenon next month after sunset. Long day. New research shows that days on Earth are getting longer as the Moon slowly spirals away from us. Due to gravitational forces between Earth and its satellite, the Moon moves away at a rate of 3.82 centimeters per year, causing our planet's rotation to slow. According to NASA, Earth currently completes a full rotation on its axis every 23 hours, 56 minutes, and 4 seconds. But researchers using astrochronology on geological rock layers found that when the moon was closer to Earth 1.4 billion years ago, a day was just over 18 hours. The length of a day has grown 1/75,000th of a second on average per year and is expected to continue at this rate for the next millions or billions of years. The moon will eventually stop moving when it reaches a stable distance from Earth. When this happens, the two will be tidally locked, rotating at the same pace, with the moon visible from only one side of Earth. Of course, that's assuming either of them survive the sun's destructive red giant phase. Nifty. Ever looked at a map of Earth millions of years ago and wondered where certain modern-day locations were supposed to be? Well, you'll want to thank your lucky stars because someone's just made a map to let you do exactly that. The Ancient Earth Globe is a cool little online tool curated by Ian Webster, the same genius who meticulously compiled the dinosaur database. Webster's interactive map allows users to see how the Earth has evolved from 750 million years ago to the present. To do so, he adapted a software used by geologists to visualize plate tectonics and overlaid his map with modern political boundaries. It's got the added bonus of an address search, so you can pin a location and see where it was during the Ice Age, the age of dinosaurs, or even post-extinction. The site has neat extras, like short descriptions on the bottom left-hand side that lets you know exactly what the conditions are during any given time period. Alternatively, you might also want to jump through the stages of evolution, like when the first vertebrates appeared, or the first primates or hominids. Granted, it may not be the most accurate, but it's still pretty damn cool, and a good way to educate yourself, your wife, and your kids.